This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, Eala hits new high at 69th in WTA rankings. Dan dominates U.S. artistic swim regionals with 2 gold medals. World number 1 Scottie Scheffler claims 3rd major title at PGA Championship. Pac-Man set for comeback announcement in LA. High school standout Lebron Jhames Daep cleared to join Salle. Nicole Deala fires up JRU in straight sets victory. Reds stay hot as Austin Hayes, Nick Lodolo lead the charge in 7-1 win over Pirates. Ogwumike dominates as Storm edge Wings in 79-71 win. And veteran sports scribe and analyst Al Mendoza weighs in on athletes joining politics. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 20th of May. Now, here's our roundup. Filipino tennis star Alex Eala continues to climb, reaching a career-best 69th spot in the latest WTA rankings released. The ranking boost came despite a quick exit from the Italian Open, where she lost to world number 26 Marta Kostyuk of Ukraine in the round of 128. Eala, who turns 20 on Friday, May 23, had been holding steady at 70th for the past 2 weeks before making the move up. She also made waves in the doubles scene, leaping 232 spots from world number 456 to number 224. This surge followed her strong showing with American partner and world number 2 Coco Gauff as the pair advanced to the quarterfinals of the Italian Open doubles. They eventually bowed out to home favorites and eventual champions Sara Errani and Jasmine Paolini 5-7, 3-6, 7-10. While Eala is still shy of her doubles career high at 192nd set last year, her momentum is clearly building. Up next, Eala sets her sights on the French Open, her first Grand Slam appearance this season, scheduled on May 19 to June 8. Georgia Francesca Tan, a talented Filipino artistic swimmer, has officially qualified for the 2025 U.S. Junior Olympic Nationals happening next month in Arlington, Texas. The 16-year-old, who trains in the U.S. but hails from Bacolod City, Negros Occidental, delivered a stunning performance at the Artistic Swimming West Zone Regional Age Group Meet in El Cajon, California. She splashed her way to 2 gold medals in the duet and team events and added a silver from her solo routine. With medals across all categories, Tan has earned the chance to compete in every event at the upcoming Junior Olympic Nationals. This isn't her first time making waves on the international stage. Earlier this year, she competed at the 18th Singapore Artistic Swimming Championships and bagged 3 more medals. She claimed gold in the Solo Free Group C, silver in the Solar Tech Group C, and bronze in the Solo Tech Group D. Moving on to golf, Scheffler edged out Spain's Jon Rahm down the back 9 to win the PGA Championship by 5 strokes, firing a solid level par 71 at Cale Hollow to finish 11 under 273. The 28-year-old Texan, also the 2022 and 2024 Masters champion, became the 10th straight American to take home the title, holding off countrymen Harris English, Davis Riley, and Bryson DeChambeau, who tied for second at 6 under. Rahm struggled late with bogeys and double bogeys, finishing with a 73 and sharing 8th place. Scheffler drove home $3.42 million from a record $90 million purse, regaining the lead with a crucial birdie on the 10th hole after moments when Rahm tied him. He sealed the victory with birdies at 14 and 15 while Rahm faltered down the stretch. This win marks Scheffler's 15th PGA Tour victory in just over 3 years, a rare feat only matched by legends Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods. The victory also cements his status among the elite, joining Spanish legend Seve Ballesteros as one of the few to win their first 3 majors by a margin of at least 3 strokes each. Meanwhile, 4-time winner Rory McIlroy ended tied for 18th after a 72. McIlroy declined media interviews at a course where he holds 4 wins and the course record. Manny Pacquiao, the Filipino boxing legend, is geared up to make his ring return official this week in Los Angeles. The 46-year-old Pacquiao arrived in LA with his family and team to hold a press conference announcing his upcoming bout against WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. After an unsuccessful state Senate run in the recent midterms, Pacquiao is shifting his focus back to boxing, ready to step into the ring again. He last fought professionally in August 2021, suffering a unanimous decision loss to Yordenis Ugas. Since then, Pacquiao has stayed active with exhibition matches against DKU and Rukia Anpo in 2022 and 2025. Now, the veteran is set for his 73rd professional fight, facing off against the younger and highly ranked Mario Barrios, who holds a record of 29 wins, 18 by knockout, 2 losses, and 1 draw. Barrios holds a clear edge in age, height, and activity. The WBC has officially ranked Pacquiao number 5 contender for Barrios' title, giving his return fight a green light. Recent social media clips show Pacquiao hard at work training with mitts and heavy bag sessions, preparing for the July clash in Las Vegas. The boxing world is watching as Pacquiao preps for what could be one of his most high-profile comebacks. 2 days before graduation, Lebron James Daep got the go-ahead he had been waiting for. The 18-year-old center from Legazpi City, Albay, was officially cleared by Perpetual VP for Sports Anton Tamayo to transfer to De La Salle University. The Tamayo family, including VP Anton, are all De La Salle Zobel alumni. Standing at 6'7", Daep is considered Perpetual High School's top prospect. He led the Junior Altas to their first ever NCAA title in Season 100, winning both season and finals MVP. Following in the footsteps of past NCAA MVPs like Emil Acido, Daep is moving to the UAAP for college. Daep left Perpetual on March 9 and has already suited up for La Salle in preseason action. Meanwhile, Nicole Deala took charge as Jose Rizal University swept San Beda University 25-19, 25-22, 25-21 in NCAA Season 100 Women's Volleyball at the Phil Oil Arena. Deala delivered 15 points with 13 coming from attacks and 2 from aces, showing her grit despite JRU being out of Final Four contention. The Lady Bombers lifted their record to 2-14, hoping to finish strong with 2 matches left. JRU fought back from a 4-13 hole in the 3rd set, rallying with heart to complete the sweep. Team captain Jennifer Roldan added 9 points, including 2 key blocks that helped turn the momentum. The Lady Bombers also outscored San Beda in attacks 38-30 while keeping their errors to a minimum in the closing set. San Beda slipped to 2-14 as well, now tied with JRU at 9th in the standings. In Major League Baseball, Austin Hayes delivered 3 hits, drove in 2 runs, and crossed the plate for the go-ahead score as the Cincinnati Reds rolled past the Pittsburgh Pirates 7-1 for their 5th straight victory. Gavin Lux ripped 2 doubles, including a clutch RBI shot in the 6th to break a 1-1 tie. Hayes kept the inning alive with a 2-out single, moved to second on a throwing error, then raced home on Lux's laser to the left. DJ Friedel had a big night with 3 hits of his own, while Eli De La Cruz chipped in 2 hits and a pair of RBIs. Now on the mound, Nick Lodolo was locked in. The lefty gave up just 1 run on 4 hits over 6 strong innings, striking out 7 and walking 1. It's been a tough stretch for Pittsburgh, who've lost 7 straight Keller starts. Dropped 17 of their last 21 and haven't scored more than 4 runs in 24 consecutive games. The Reds kept the pressure on, adding 2 more runs in the 8th and 3 in the 9th to seal the deal. In the WNBA, Nneka Ogwumike turned in a monster performance with 23 points, 19 boards, while Skylar Diggins fueled the offense with 21 points and 9 assists as Seattle held off Dallas 79-71. Gabby Williams added 17 points for the Storm, who racked up 25 assists on 29 field goals. Dallas rookie Paige Beckers impressed with 19 points and 8 assists, while Melissa Smith and Maddie Sigrist each chipped in 12, and Kiara McCowan adding 10 off the bench. Arike Ogunbowale struggled to find her shot, finishing 2 of 14 with just 8 points. The Wings went cold from deep, hitting only 4 of 19 from 3. After falling behind by 17 in the first half and trailing 56-41 at the break, Dallas closed the gap to 64-61 late in the third, but Seattle never let them get closer. The Storm were on fire early, shooting 9 of 11 from 3 before halftime and 50% overall in the first 2 quarters. Seattle finished at 41.4% from the field. After a tight first quarter, Diggins buried a deep 3 to break a 30-all tie and ignite a 14-4 run that put Seattle in control. Now here's your daily dose of sports lingo. When a diver goes free, what kind of airborne magic are they pulling off? In diving, the term free refers to a dive position where the diver is allowed to use a combination of tuck, pike, and straight positions during twists or somersaults. Unlike other dive positions, which are strictly tuck, pike, or straight, the free position gives divers more flexibility to showcase complex and creative movements. This position is often used in twisting dives where the diver changes body shape to maximize aerial control and style. The free position can help divers achieve higher degree of difficulty scores and improve execution when done with good form and precision. Now it's time for our off-court buzzer. What started as just another regular season tip-off quickly turned into a talking point for all the wrong reasons. The WNBA has launched an investigation into reports of hateful comments from the crowd during the Indiana Fever's 93-58 blowout win over the Chicago Sky. The drama unfolded in the third quarter when Caitlin Clark's hard foul on Angel Reese sparked tension on the court. Reese, who shares a well-known college rivalry with Clark, was visibly upset and had to be held back by teammates while Clark turned and walked away. According to a report from the Indianapolis Star, the league is now investigating claims that Reese was targeted with racist comments by members of the Indiana crowd. The league issued a statement saying they strongly condemn racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms, and that they have no place in the league or in society. Indiana Fever management said they are cooperating fully with the investigation. Similar issues came up last season when Indiana fans were accused of making racially insensitive comments towards Clark's opponents. Clark also issued a statement saying no one in the league should be facing any sort of racism, hurtful, disrespectful, hateful comments and threats, and that those who do are not fans but trolls, and that it's a real disservice to everyone in the league. And that's our roundup for tonight, the 20th of May. Up next, veteran sports scribe and analyst Al Mendoza weighs in on athletes joining politics. When we return right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. As election fever is cooling down, veteran sports scribe, premier editor, and analyst Al Mendoza gave his insights on athletes throwing in their sports towel to fight in the political arena. Here's Erica Christensen Lee with this report.
The 2025 elections were nothing short of intense and colorful. Now that the election dust is starting to settle, let's revisit one of its more interesting angles: the athletes who stepped off the court, out of the ring, and into the political arena. More than 20 former sports personalities ran for various positions: senator, mayor, congressman, and even party list representative. Athletes from basketball, boxing, taekwondo, and other popular sports in the country threw their lot into the political fray. What is it about politics that continues to draw our athletes to seek public office, and would they be effective politicians? We spoke with veteran sports scribe, former sports editor and analyst, Mr. Mendoza, to get his insights. To date, majority of the sports personalities came from basketball, and Mendoza has this to say about these players who jumped from the hard court and into the political arena.
Well, unang-una kasi basketball ang number one game natin sa Pilipinas. Yan ang number one pastime ng Pilipino. So marami talagang basketballista na naengganyo pumatok sa politics. Halimbawa na lang, si Robert Jaworski na retired na, naging senador. Dulo pa rin ang bayan na gano'n ng mga botante, si Robert Jaworski. Si Fred Webb na basketballista rin, naging senador din. So, gano'n talaga yung mga basketballista na kaya pumapasok sa politics. Tatagumpay naman sila dahil sa walang-una sikat sila. Dahil sila mga basketball. Basketball ang number one sport ng Pilipinas. Alam mo ang politics, parang basketball yan eh. May nananalo, may natatalo. Yung mga basketballista mahilig sa challenge sa mga yan eh. So gusto nilang manalo, silang masubukang manalo sa politics. Parang basketball game, may nananalo, may natatalo. So yun yung ika nga magnet ng politics. So subukan ng basketballista na pumasok sa politics para lang masubukan kung kaya nilang manalo.
Mendoza further shared what he sees as motivation by basketballistas who transitioned to politics.
Well, yung pagsisilbi sa taong bayan, second ko na lang yan eh. Hindi yun talagang nasa puso nila yun eh. Kunwari na lang yun. Kunwari magsisilbi sila sa bayan. So sa totoo lang yun, hiliti lang nila yun, parang himik lang nila yun. Pagka kasi nandyan na sila sa politics, mapupunta na rin sa serbisyo kunwari. Pero hindi talaga taal na gusto nila. Gusto lang nila talagang laruin yung politika. So tuwa sila na mayroon silang sasabakan laro na kakaiba sa basketball. Pero yung intention nila na manalo, yung talagang gusto nila yung manalo sila sa politics. Para sikat sila, ganun lang yun.
But for Mendoza, generally, the new athletes who go into politics bear clean records and are motivated to serve.
Well, ang ganda sa athletes pumapasok sa politika, may sinceridad sila, hindi sila nambubola, hindi sila kilalang magnanakaw na katulad ng mga typical na politiko na trapo, itanga. Pagkagaling sa sports kasi, at least malinis ang konsensya ng mga yan. So mga botante natin, makakasiguro sila na pag binuboto nila yung athlete na pumasok sa politics, at least may element of sinceridad. Walang bahid ng corruption, walang bahid ng bad record na pagnanakaw, wala. So yun ang positibo para sa botante natin, yung kilalanin nila yung mga athletes ng basketballista na puro ang puso para magsilbi sa bayan.
When it comes to what these athletes can bring to the political table, Mendoza has this to say.
Well, ang lagi nilang sinasabi, pagka nasa sports ka, kailangan malalayo ka sa drugs. Pero lagi sinasabi ng mga basketballista at mga athletes na sumasabak sa politics, ilalayo sila sa drugs. Ayos naman yun, tama naman yun, kasi para maging successful kang athlete, malayo ka sa drugs, sa alcohol, mga bisyo. Yan ang napakalaking bentay para sa mga athletes na tumatakbo sa eleksyon. Yung may layo sa drugs ng mga kabataan. Yun lang nakikita kong pinakamalaking political gain na makukuha natin sa mga athletes na pumapasok sa politika.
In the end, whether they come from the hard court or any other field, one thing is clear. Our athletes are stepping up, not just to play, but to lead. And we hope that those who are elected have the ability and the integrity to serve with honesty and dedication in their new roles. Reporting for the Scorecard, Erica Christensen Lee, BNC.
Up next, the clash we've been waiting for. Youth versus grit, speed versus strength. Oklahoma City looks to run, but Minnesota's wall of defense will not back down. The future meets the moment, and only one will survive. Will SGA break through, or will Ant hold the line? We're about to find out. So you can keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the Scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. 2 years ago, these two teams were fighting for 8th. Now, they're fighting for a spot in the finals. That's not just a leap. That is a rocket launch. Welcome to the Western Conference Finals, where the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves, two of the youngest in the league, most dynamic and absolutely fearless teams, are ready to throw down for a shot at the NBA's biggest stage. Oklahoma City, 68 wins, youngest team ever to pull that off. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's been nothing short of surgical. 35 points in that Game 7 demolition of Denver. Meanwhile, the Wolves just beat down the Warriors. And that was with Julius Randle looking like a vintage power forward and Anthony Edwards playing like a Marvel superhero. Now, Shai is putting up 29, 6, and 6 with the efficiency of someone who already knows that he belongs in the finals. And Mr. Anthony Edwards, 26 a night, 8 boards, 6 assists, and a new nickname from Randy Orton himself, Legend Killer. I mean, look at the bodies. Durant, Jokic, Lebron, Curry. Edwards didn't just show up. He cleared the deck. That meme, Randy Orton gifting him that Legend Killer chain, wasn't just for laughs. Edwards has made it personal. And now, he's got his eyes on Shai. This isn't just a battle of talent. It's a battle of destiny. Now, there's family drama here too. Shai versus his cousin, Nicole Alexander Walker. Same backyard, same prep gyms, now on opposite sidelines. And let's just say, Shai's not here for warm hugs, trying to take his head off, he said. That's the mentality right now in OKC. Now, don't sleep on the vets. Alex Caruso quietly flipping every game defensively for the Thunder. And Julius Randle finally unleashed. Chris Finch is using him like a Swiss Army knife. Bruiser inside, spacer outside, calming presence every minute he's on the floor. And yeah, there's gonna be chatter about fouls. Finch took a jab back in February. Sinabi niya, you can't touch Shai. Look, the guy draws 6 fouls a game, and every one of them earns a groan from the opposing bench. But that's what stars do. They bend the rules and they force you to adjust. These teams split their season series 2-2. Each team even stole one on the road, but this time, it starts in OKC and it feels like every minute, every matchup, Shai versus Ant, Randle versus Jalen Williams, Caruso shadowing Edwards could swing the balance. This isn't the usual script. There's no dynasty, there's no old guard, just two teams rebuilt the right way through patience, belief, and two stone-cold killers who are about to make the leap. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, one of them is heading to the NBA Finals, and we're all just lucky enough to watch them fight for it. Stay ahead of the game as the battle for the playoffs heats up with high-stakes contests. And here is your odds breakdown for tomorrow's matchup. That wraps up tonight's preview, so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Before we go, think on this. From a 4-time WNBA champion, 5-time Olympic gold medalist, and the WNBA's all-time assist leader, Sue Bird once said, "Success is no accident. It's hard work, perseverance, learning, and most of all, loving what you do." And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow on The Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This has been Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.